controlling your attention. So this is essentially just positive self-talk. Now, everyone's usually heard of positive self-talk, but it's a matter of, well, are you even doing it? And if you are doing it, like how frequently are you doing it? So figuring out or scheduling times throughout the day to continually practice, just basically stepping back and just monitoring, okay, what am I thinking about? Like, what am I actually thinking about right now? So that you can actually then start to channel your thoughts down more positive paths. The reason for this is because the conscious mind, which is just constantly thinking, it just has a negative, generally speaking, unless you've been training it, has a very negative slant on the world, and it tends to take in information, and especially the negative things, or filter out the negative things, and then it dwells on them, and it just keeps cycling them over and over and over. Like you sit there pondering and thinking about things that happened to you, or maybe things that could happen in the future, and it just sits there and just it's on repeat over and over and over and over again. So there's two techniques that we'll be covering. So one is which dog are you feeding, and then also an extension of the direct method. So to go into the background of the which dog are you feeding, it actually comes from a Native American legend where a chieftain, he's there talking with his son, and he's giving him a piece of advice, and he's telling him that inside everybody there's two wolves, and one is courage, or all the positive aspects of humans, and one is fear, which is all the negative aspects of being humans. And these wolves are constantly battling with each other, and so it's very important to be aware that there's these two wolves that live inside you, and that they're going to ultimately control what happens to you in the world. And so then the son says to his father, he goes, well, which wolf wins? And the chieftain just says, whichever one you feed. So pretty simple. Like if you're focusing on positives in the world, you're feeding the courage one, and so you're going to ultimately make decisions and have thoughts that lead you down a positive path. But if you're constantly feeding the negative one, then you're just reinforcing that already existing negative slant that is already there in the mind. So all you're doing is just feeding a negative cycle, and things just get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. So that's the background for this one. In this book, they've just switched over to Courage Dog and Fear Dog.